Introvertedness and insecurity are actually two separate things, but I think so often we interweave these together to form the, oh, I can't, oh, I couldn't, oh, that's not me. But when we understand what the words mean, we help see the difference of how, yes, you can, and you know where those boundaries need to be, and also the mindset needs to be, so that you can achieve the goals that you have for you. So whether it's working from home, whether it's sharing the word with fellow believers, or you're evangelizing, or you're sharing the gospel, you're helping a friend, whatever it is, we have to learn the difference between the insecurity and the introvertedness, because I looked up the definitions, and let me share this with you, because the question that was asked today, which is I've been asked before, and I've even asked before, I am an introvert. Now I know some people may be in sales. Ours is service-based, not sales-based, but you still have the desire to have the energy to share your opportunity, your faith, the word, whatever the thing is. You assume that in order to share something with somebody else, there has to be this high level of energy and persuasion skills and everything, when truly being authentically you is what it takes to be successful. You're not going to be able to share something that is not within you or that you don't believe in. So for me, I can talk about my Lord all day long, and it lights me up. For some reason, the fuel of energy is just in me when I talk about my Lord. Chick-fil-A, I mean, come on, I'm smiling a bit. But also my business. I understand the opportunity that my business is doing to help people, so I can't help not do it. So for me, I'm Miss Brenda. For me, sharing what I do in my faith and what I do in my business is not draining to me. It's not something I feel insecure about, because I know what I know. Now, I don't know everything, of course. And so, yes, there's elements of, I don't know, I may be hesitation about some things, but I know what I know. And that's what puts me onto the first step. So when you believe in the knowledge of whatever it is, for her, she believed in the business. She was saying she wasn't totally sure that she believed in herself in order to be able to be out there and work the job. So whether you're working at Starbucks and you're greeting your customers, or you're working from home in your business, or you're sharing the gospel, if you know what you have, you're going to be able to explain it. You're going to be able to express it. You're going to want to, because that's what you're there for, is to be able to share the thing with the person. So I want to share these two definitions with you, okay? I love words. Okay, the first definition is introvert, which I am an introvert. And may I just add that I'll leave out the biblical side of it, that even in our business, the top three of the top 5 in our company are introverts. And they're doing just fine. Okay, introvert. So here's the definition according to dictionary.com. Oh, Miss Brenda knows. Okay, an introvert is a person who prefers calm environments, limits social engagement, or embraces a greater than average preference for solitude. A person characterized by concern primarily with his or her own thoughts and feelings, comparing to an extrovert, having a disposition that is taxed by social engagement and energized by calm environments, resulting in the preference for quiet solitude. So, can I talk about Chick-fil-A with tons of joy and excitement? I absolutely can. When I have not had it in a couple of months, my pictures might have some exclamation marks on them. But on a normal basis, I am pleased and happy to share all about my Chick-fil-A. Same with my business. I don't have to go out there and have all this amazing, massive energy in order to share what I have, because it's going to deplete me. So introvertedness is about energy. It's about the passion and the boundaries and limitations that come with it. Only meaning, it doesn't say being an introvert prevents you from wisdom, from knowledge, from shareability, likability. What it's saying is that you've got a tank of energy and yours depletes. Everybody has a tank of energy that depletes. I mean, you put a high energy extrovert in a quiet environment, they're going to tap out fast because their energy is not, their energy need is not being met. And it's the opposite with an introvert. You put an introvert in an extrovert's party world, we're going to tap out because it's too much. So whether you're extrovert or introvert, it doesn't disqualify you from doing the thing, whatever the thing is. It just simply means that what's going to fuel you and what's going to drain you look differently. So you just have to know your personal self. For me as an introvert, I know when I've hosted events or I've had lunch with friends or something, I know that there's only so much that I can do before I need to tap out and have a time out where I can recharge in solitude and a little bit of quiet. If I can just get 30 minutes by myself, I can recharge myself back up to go out with dinner with friends. But I cannot just go shopping and have lunch and then talk about my business and then do with the children after school and then make dinner and then still go out a date night. There's just no way. I don't have the energy for that. So that's introvertedness. It's the desire for a calm energy. So it's not excusing you as an introvert from wisdom and knowledge. So what does, though, is this other word. Oh. Okay, hold on, let me pull it back up. Insecure. Okay. Insecure, subject to fears, doubts, etc., not self-confident or assured, not confident or certain, uneasy and anxious, exposed or liable to risk, loss, or danger, not firmly or reliably placed or fastened. Oh, and yes, my new necklace. I'm loving. Thank you, Debbie. So to be insecure is not being an introvert, and being an introvert does not mean that you are insecure. So if you identify with being an introvert, meaning that you just wear out really easily and that you're not high energy, it's okay. You do not have to excuse yourself from going out there because you can still do it authentically. You just understand your personal energy boundaries, where you need to gird up and where you need to pull back in order to do whatever it is that you are called to do, need to do for that day. Insecurity, though, you don't have permission to stay there. That's been the hugest personal development for me. And I'm not saying that I'm totally a secure person. I still struggle with some of these things in certain areas. But I definitely don't identify myself any longer as somebody who's insecure. And the reason is, now it might be for something new to me, of course. I mean, I'm not going to be teaching, on nutrition or physical fitness. I'm not a life coach of sorts. But insecurity, I'm not insecure talking about my Chick-fil-A. I can tell you about the Arnold Palmer and the best way to have it. I can tell you that Chick-fil-A sauce, especially if you mix it with Polynesian, is fantastic. I know what I know because I've touched, seen, felt it, right? It's the same in my faith. I know what I've gone through. I know what He's done for me. I know who I am in Him. Therefore, I can talk with confidence. I'm not insecure about that at all. But my business, when I was new, I didn't really fully get it. I didn't fully understand it. I didn't have the head emotional knowledge, wisdom to understand. But now that I've been doing my business, even at whatever your business is, when you've done the thing long enough and it gets inside you that you're able to teach it back out, you can't help but share it. You are not any longer able to say you're insecure about something you study and know. Then it just comes down to fear. So why are you not sharing what you know? It's going to be fear about something else. It's not fear about your job, your product, the word, whatever it is that you're doing. The fear now becomes in something else. People rejecting you, fear of criticism. So whatever that fear might be for you. So truly, you need to back the bus up for yourself And whatever it is that you are called to do, so whether it's in faith or whether it's in your business, no matter what business it is, we feel the same way when you first get married. Like, how am I supposed to be a wife? Where's the book? How am I supposed to be a mom to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4 kids? How am I supposed to manage 4 kids? How do I do this thing? So every time I think you enter into a new job, a new season, insecurity is going to be that first thing. But unless you address it and get the knowledge and wisdom and teaching and training in order to no longer have doubts and fears and insecurities about it, you're going to stay stuck in that little pit trap of not having movement or growth in that. And if you've been called to something and he's equipped you for that thing, you've got to get out there and get past those fears, which enemy, that is holding you back, and push past that. Find a mentor. Titus 2. Find somebody that's in the season past where you are, which is why we have in business, we have success coaches. In the faith, we have mentors, big brothers and big sisters in the faith that can say, oh, here, let's walk along this journey together for a little bit and let's give you some, seasoning in your walk. So that is why it's so important to reach out and not hide your light underneath the bushel, because that's exactly where the enemy wants you. He wants us to be quiet, because when you're quiet, you are not growing. And if you're not growing, there is no life coming out of you. So in order to produce life, we have to be planting the seeds. So faith or business, whatever it is, they coincide the same. You have to have the trust that you have what that person needs and be brave enough to share it with them. Because if you can't do that, you need to back the bus up and find out, why can't I? It's either I'm wrong about the thing, I haven't personally experienced it, so you need to go get yourself some experience with the thing, or it's a fear of something. And so until you address it, you're never going to take the next step. You're going to stay right where we are. And I really feel like that's one of the biggest things, is especially if you're an introvert. It takes a lot of energy as an introvert to push past a fear, to push past a learning of something, because it takes so much energy to absorb the mind, the heart, the soul, like putting it all together and moving forward. It is draining. But when you know that, what can you do to prepare yourself for that? You're going to prepare yourself by spacing out those energies. So you're not going to clean the house and have to run the kids here and have to go there and then study and then have to read a book and then you're joining a meeting late. You may not be able to do all that in one day, because your energy only has so much before you have to stop and refuel yourself. So setting your pace to your schedule and understanding your personal boundaries is all that you're going to need to do in order to be successful. So back to the question, can an introvert do sales? Can an introvert share with people something that they believe in? That's the bottom line. Faith or business. Can an introvert share? Absolutely yes. Can an extrovert share and give whatever they have to help other people? Absolutely they can. They might be able to go louder and faster than you, but you are not disqualified just because you need to get some peace and quiet in between those moments. So I encourage you today. Thank you for chiming in. So good to see the comments there. They will show up for the furniture. Yeah. We have limited time tanks, but it's okay. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. We just have to understand where our energy limits are. So absolutely yes. I would say if you feel stuck or you've been using the excuse of being an introvert, it might not be that the introvertedness is the problem. If you're guarding your time and your energy and your space, you might look at that other word, insecurity, and see what it is that the Lord might reveal to you in faith and or business that you just need to get some growth in, to get that wisdom and knowledge, so that you are no longer feeling insecure about sharing that thing with other people, because it's not about energy. It's about the willingness to be humble and authentic, to share what you know somebody else needs, wants, is looking for, is praying for, and you might be the answer to that prayer. So I hope that's a word of encouragement. It was a blessing for me to be able to share that with her. And I thought, she can't be the only one asking that question. And it reminds me of how far I've come as well. So it's an honor and a privilege to be transparent. I feel like that our world needs more transparency. We need more mentorship. We need more women willing to step up and say, I struggle here, but this is what I found. This is what I did. This is what I do. So anyway, y'all have a blessed and wonderful, meaningful, and be out there introverted. Introvert yourself right out that door and go help serve to whatever you've been called to do. So y'all have a blessed Monday. We'll talk to you later.